much to do but to try and find a way out, I suppose. I'm not sure what to do with myself. Naturally, the stick. If there's one thing I've learned from adventure games, everything that's not nailed down. Pick up sticks. It's a door. I can see the interior of a tool shed. The wall looks very sturdy and smooth. Suppose we might as well try to use our umbrella to get out. That's the grappling hook we used to get in. Could use my Grolly, but from what I know of this house, there's a sheer drop on the other side of the wall, and I don't want to risk it. Sound reasoning. I wonder if Grolly is an actual term or just a portmanteau that the game developer made up. It looks like the pipeline comes away from the pool and goes under the lawn. I wonder where it leads. The water is deep and smells strongly of chlorine. That's a phone. Line's dead. Somehow I was expecting that. A Welsh dresser, a very bourgeois. Some examples of popular Victorian fiction. It's rather amateurish landscape. The signature identifies it as the work of Matthew Defoe, circa 1818. Living room, big screen TV. In other news, the society world is still shaken by the sudden death of Sir Clarence Defoe. Sir Clarence and his wife Julia were found dead last Thursday in Defoe Manor. Our correspondent Peter Daltrey has the report. It was just 4 weeks ago that this place was a buzz of activity as Sir Clarence Defoe moved in with his new bride, Julia Swanson Defoe. Now, after his shocking tragedy, the place is quiet as the tomb and empty of human life. Heh. Sir Clarence Defoe had only proven his attachment to the Defoe lineage almost 1 year ago, and since then had been renovating the long-abandoned family mansion in preparation for his marriage. The police have already declared the tragedy as a murder-suicide, although many have insisted that Sir Clarence was incapable of such an act. The debate rages on while the fate of the house and the family fortunes remains unclear. Peter Daltrey, BBC News, Defoe Manor. Thank you, Peter. Our top stories again. Minister. I hate television. More people. Oops. It's about time you showed up. I'm sorry. And well you should be. I've been stuck in this house for days. Where's the way out? I'm sorry, I don't understand. You are the guy who owns this place, right? No. Oh. So how do you get in here? A window on the second floor. Is it still open? No. No, it damn shut. Looks like this house has a new guest. No more turn up. We've only got 5 chairs. If you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Wait a minute. Yes. Who are you? I beg your pardon. Harty's the name. Philip Harty. And you are? Trilby. Mr. Trilby, I'm afraid you are now a prisoner. Like me, like everyone else in this house. A prisoner? Don't ask me why, but once you got in, the house won't let you leave. I've tried all the doors and windows, and none of them open. The garden wall's unclimbable, and I can't tunnel under it. Why? What's keeping us here? Beats the hell out of me. Whoever it is, they will certainly not be safe from my fists once I get out of here. If there's something you're not telling me, now would be a good time to get it off your chest. I assure you, I am completely mystified. So, how many more people are in this place? Only 3 more. First, there's Jim, the youngest. He turned up just after I did. He's a good kid. Second, Simone Taylor. You probably know her off the telly. She's a correspondent for the BBC. She came here to make some kind of documentary, I think, but now she's stuck here with us. Lastly, there's AJ. All I know is that he's been here longer than anyone, nearly a whole week. I think I've already met him. Oh, what a heart. Well, I'm heartwarmingly sorry. Anyway, why don't you see if you can track them all down? I'm calling a house meeting in the lounge. Spread the word. I trust you'll enjoy your stay at Defoe Manor, Mr. Trilby. I still don't understand. Find the others and tell them to meet up in the lounge. We can discuss things properly there. Delightful sort of fellow. At least we know we have some sort of objective. A stuffed tiger head, mounted in the act of snarling, presumably to justify its death in some small way. Interestingly furnished room. This photograph portrays the native bearer in an aggressive stance before a very wary-looking lion. The label reads, "Savage versus Savage." A very old sepia photograph of a man in explorer's gear, standing over a dead tiger. The label reads, "Sir Roderick tames a vicious beast." That gun he's holding looks a lot like the one over the fireplace. And by tames, I guess it means shoots dead. That's technically one way to tame something. It's an ancient picture of 2 men in full hunting gear. The label reads, "Sir Roderick and Carstairs." A very old photograph of a small collection of straw huts. The label reads, "A native village." So, it's not enough to kill animals in Africa. He has to come and do it in Canada, too. I'm no expert in guns, but I think that the late 18th century musket rifle, standard issue of the British Army of that period. No, they would call them musket rifles. I thought muskets and rifles were fundamentally different. I don't know. I know they sometimes still called rifle cartridges ball, colloquially. Evidently, someone fancies themselves as a big game hunter, or maybe they just fancy themselves. A glass bell jar containing a rather hideous-looking wooden idol. Just roam around the house, find others. Now, this is what I call an antique. Nice finish. Probably fetch a decent amount if I can find the right dealer. I think finding a way out of this place is higher on my priorities than stealing the furniture right now. But we can come back for it. I mean, came here for loot. I just realized there's no more ambient music. If it only happens at certain times. Damn shut. Locked. I'm assuming all the doors are still locked. Locked. Oh, there's someone now. Unless I'm very much mistaken, it's Simone Taylor, television personality. It's not a very nice thing to call a BBC reporter, unless, of course, I clicked on the door by mistake. Do you wish that OBS let you know whether or how many Twitch viewers you have, the way Twitch Studio does? Anyhow, pardon me, madam. What? Oh, hello. Philip mentioned we had a new guest. You're Simone Taylor, right? Yes, you must have seen me on TV. And you are? Trilby. Got a first name? No. Hey, wait a second. Not the cat burglar, Trilby. Oh, wow. I presented a Crime Watch special on you once. Oh, man, I wish I had a camera right now. This could be huge. You wouldn't consent to an interview, would you? Madam, even if I did have a sudden, retarding brain injury that would cause me to do so, don't you think our apparent imprisonment is a slightly more urgent matter? Oh, I admit I thought so the first day I was here. But I've been here 4 days now, and I really think I'm learning a lot about this place. If I could just get these infernal doors open. Philip's calling a house meeting in the lounge. Yes, it's like him. It's so like him to do that when a new face appears. I'll see you later, Mr. Trilby. Strange woman. If she had any luck breaking in through that door. Unfortunately, no. Nothing here. How anticlimactic. I'm just looking for Jim and AJ now. Okay, if I just click off screen, it should take me down the stairs. If there's anything to eat around here. Evidently, no one cares if I starve in this place. It is. Someone's done a real number on this lawn. Digging their way out? No. It seems more likely they were looking for something. I don't want to get dirt under my fingernails. It's possible past them inside. Jim and AJ. Gander at this tree, though. A large oak tree stands proud beside the house, the branches reaching all the way up to the roof. Hey, hey, hmm? Talking tree. This requires further investigation. Is there someone up in the tree? Oh, hi. You're new. Have you come to set us free? No, apparently I'm a prisoner now, too. I'm guessing you must be Jim. What were you doing in the tree? I thought I might be able to get over the wall, but the tree's too far, and there's this ravine just outside the wall, too. So I understand, yes. The monsters all to meet up in the lounge. Oh, okay. Get there now, then. I suppose it's not much use climbing up the tree. It's a lounge, the room with the TV, with the room with the fireplace. Or this one. Ah, yes, his gaze graced us with his presence. I suspect there's a lot you want to know. Join the club. So let me see if I have got this clear in my head. You're all trapped in this house by some invisible intelligence. Right. And you can't leave. Right. And as soon as I entered, I became trapped, too. Pretty much. Why? Why would anyone want to keep us prisoner here? Maybe they're just lonely. No, if they wanted company, they'd have shown themselves. Maybe they have. Maybe one of us is behind all this. Oh, don't be silly. Why would any of us want to have a load of people here and pretend we didn't? I don't know. Uh, we mustn't squabble amongst ourselves. Hampered by paranoia and suspicion, we'd only hinder each other. I suggest we assume for now that we four are all innocent. I agree with that. We five, including AJ. Where is he anyway? I couldn't find him anywhere. I saw him just after I arrived, but he ran away from me. Now that's odd. Listen, Mr. Trilby, we work as a team in this house. That's how it's been since it started. So we all have to share information. No secrets. So why did you come to this house? It's a cat burglar. I don't even have to ask. I didn't come here to take part in some bizarre Big Brother event, that's for sure. Is there anything you know about this house that would help? Anything at all? I doubt I know much more than any of you. All I know is its last heir just died and it's supposed to be empty. I guess you're not much help then. But I suppose that an extra pair of hands is always useful. I'm still not completely clear on a few details. Do I get to ask you all some questions now? Sure. Just ask any of us whatever you like. It's sometimes hard to tell who's talking, but I guess it must be a different font color for each character, and that's why Phillips is so dark. It becomes hard to read. Miss Taylor. That's curious. There seems to be some sort of flag. What do you know about the mansion? There have been stories of weird happenings around it for decades. Ever since the first disappearance of the original owner and his son. And people have gone missing in the area around the house more than anywhere else in the country. People from all walks of life. People like us. Uh, don't say that. Tell me a bit about yourself. Why, that's so sweet of you to ask. We're in for it now. I'm a correspondent for the BBC, but you probably already knew that. I'm afraid I don't watch much television. Oh, well, I do outside broadcasts for news mainly. Sometimes I present documentaries or variety shows. Wherever I'm needed, really. Very much a Jill of all trades. How did you come to be here? I only came down here for a documentary. There's been a lot of interest in old ghost stories lately. We figured something on Defoe Manor would pull in the ratings. And not because it would make interesting viewing. This is why I hate television. Excuse me, I was talking. I arrived here before the camera crew. I was supposed to wait for them, but I couldn't resist, just taking a walk around the grounds. Next thing I knew, I was in the backyard. I looked all over, but I couldn't find a way back to the front. It was my own fault, really. Yes, it was. What happened to your camera crew? I've no idea. They probably just left when I never showed up. I'm sort of glad they didn't get mixed up in this too. Quite. That's all I wanted to know. Dr. Philip, he seems extremely friendly. Yes, Mr. Toby. Why it's moving so slow right now? Must be some compatibility problem, I guess. Tell me a bit about yourself. About me? Well, I'm what you call the import-export business. You're a thief. I am not a thief. I'm a treasure hunter. I only take what belongs to dead people, since they're not using it, you know. Our new friend here, he's a thief, too, but also a gentleman, and I only take what I'm sure no one's using, too. I'm sure that's a great comfort to them. How did you come to be here? Well, I came up here to look for some artifacts.